Well, welcome back to Australia and the A League, and you're here on a 3-year commitment as well, so a sizable commitment. What made returning to the A League the right decision for you?
Yeah, I think at this point in my career, I think it's a perfect time to come back. Firstly, when I went over to Europe, I had dreams that I wanted to achieve, and with hard work, I've been able to do that. And I think, I thought about the future and what can I do also for the game in Australia. And I think I'm in a perfect age to also be able to make an impact. So I thought it was the right time to do that.
I guess I know the reaction from a lot of Adelaide fans. They were hoping you'd go back to the Reds. You've come to City instead. Why City in particular?
Yeah, I see the project that the City Group has, and everything that they've set up around the club. I've obviously have a few teammates from the Soccer-roos in the squad, so that also, they've told me great things about the club, and it just aligned. I think their ambition and my ambition really align at this time. So I'm really looking forward and also excited for what's ahead.
Did you have any talks with Adelaide?
I don't know. It's Adelaide is my home. Also, family is there, but I also have to look for what is the best. That gives you the best possibility to also win stuff. So, the best choice for me, I think I've made the right choice in this moment of my career, and I am just looking forward to playing for this club and giving my very best for the fans and the whole group.
You touched on how you wanted to come home while you're still at an age where you could play and make a difference. How big was that for you, considering you're looked up to by so many young players? You've been someone a lot of players have followed.
Yeah, that's another thing. Also, like I have a few reasons why I wanted to come back. One of the reasons is also to pass on my experience to the younger players, and also for my community. Also, I think it's important that I come back because right now it's easy to go for money, but for me, the most important thing is leaving a legacy or leaving uh, yeah, a blueprint for the young ones to follow. So, now I'll be playing here in Australia, and hopefully, in every state there will be a lot of, for sure, there'll be a lot of South Sudanese in every state and every stadium. So that I'm excited about, and just the whole Australia in general. I want to play at home and inspire the next generation.
There's quite a few young players coming up now already in the A League of South Sudanese heritage. You're worried that all your good work's going to come back to bite you when they're beating you, when they're running past you or tackling you
Nah,
or whatever.
Nah, if they're beating me, then I've done my job. So for me, the most important thing is showing an example, and I think I've worked very hard to try to do that. And now I'm happy when I see everybody, not just young Africans, just young Australian football players, making that next step. So whether they got inspiration from me or other players, then that's what we all here for. Because I feel like yesterday I was young also, so it's a cycle of football.
Obviously were in the news, not only during the World Cup, but when you came back, wading into some political matters. When you were talking about the state of Australia and some of the politics that's being used recently. Yeah, what was the response to that like? And yeah, did it feel like you're coming back to a country that's maybe different to when you left?
No, I'm coming back home, to be honest, and I've said it before. Australia is it's the best country, so I think for us also we have to grow our league, and if anybody can play their role, they have to do that. And I feel at this stage of my career, I can help, and I don't see why our league should not grow. Because a lot of players in Europe always ask me about Australia, so yeah, it's about putting on a good image also for the league because everybody wants to live in Australia. That's for sure. I know that, um, but there's always politics. So I think our job as footballers is also to be good example because football is very inclusive of everybody. So that's just the way we will speak through football.
There's been a whole bunch of mirrors post-World Cup for the Soccer-roos, yours being one of them. Can you take me through some of the ones that might have caught you by surprise or the ones you think are really good moves for some of your Soccer-roos teammates?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Patrick just left also, so that's really nice. Ness also is going. Young Paulo is going. So it's the World Cup has been great for for the young generation coming up, and it's great for Australian football also to have young players going to these leagues. So we're all excited, and I think for the national team, the next 10, 15 years is looking very good, and I encourage everybody to get behind and follow these young players also in their next journeys.
Yeah, you mentioned Ness before. I don't know whether you saw today. There's been a bit of footage come out from his arrival. I think it was in Lisbon.
Yeah.
That potential move for him in Portugal, it does feel like that could be really positive for him. The kind of player he is, where he's at in his career. Yeah, what do you make of that move?
I think it's a very good move for him. It's a perfect club also for him to take that next step. And then from there on, he will make a bigger step for sure. So, I think it's a great move for him. And, Ness he's growing a lot. You can see his growth over the last couple of years. And, you saw it at the World Cup also. So I think we just have to continue to be there for him and, guide him. And I'm sure he's gonna do great there.
With Ness, he's now walking into a first team environment at Sporting where championships are the expectation at Sporting on a Portuguese level. He'll also be playing Champions League football. That's a new experience for him, a heightened level of scrutiny and expectations. What's you yourself, you played for Midtjylland, who have similar sort of expectations. What's important for a player walking into that environment to know and learn, and what challenges do they face?
Yeah, obviously, like you're playing game every 3 days. That's the first challenge. So you have to manage your body very well. Focus on eating right, preparing right. So that's very very important. Secondly, also is to block out, because during the year or during the season you might have 1 or 2 bad games. That doesn't mean you should change who you are. You should just keep working hard. So those are the things that he's gonna learn also. And I think championship was great for him because they were playing a lot of games anyway. So now he's gonna be doing it also at a European level in Champions League. So there's much more attention now. But my advice would be not to change based on that attention, but just to continue to be himself because that's what got him there.
Yes. Anyway, how do you adjust to maybe the inverse of that? You're going from Europe where you're playing that games very frequently and there's a lot of scrutiny. Now you're coming back here to Australia where it's 1 game a week and you can probably be a little anonymous if you want to. What's that transition like going in the opposite direction for you going to be?
No, I'm happy. I'm happy because when I went over to Europe, I had goals that I wanted to achieve, and I've achieved all that. So for me, coming back here is not to just relax. I come back here because I have new goals that I want to achieve here because obviously I went over when I was very young, and I've achieved everything that I wanted to achieve in Europe. So I don't feel any type of way. I want to come back here and do my very best. First to help the league also, and then help my club win stuff, and then also inspire the next gen.
Do you still think you have a role to play with the Socceroos going forward in these next cycles?
Oh yeah, uh, I'm 30, so it's a perfect age. You can see now people are going to 30, 40. So I think now mentally, physically, it's the peak. So I think I'm here at the right stage.
And have you closed the door on Europe, or if there was loan spells in future or opportunities to do stuff, would you say, oh yeah, that could work?
I've done 12 years. I think it might be enough. I want to be close to my family, my friends. Also, I think it's very important now because I've sacrificed 12 years, and I've seen my little brothers grow. When I left, one was 3, and the other one is 5, and now one is 16, and the other one is 13. So there's certain things that are bigger than than just football. So I think for me, I've come to that point in my life also where I know my friends and my family have sacrificed a lot. So it's only right to give back also, be closer to them, and then also they can watch me play week in week out. So that's something I haven't experienced for a long time.
What if when you're a month or so on from the World Cup, the lasting feelings, or the things that you were coming back to about that experience, the missed opportunities or the successes? Just take us through your summary of feelings.
Yeah, it was mixed emotions because obviously it was a very good World Cup. I think when we look back now, we should all be proud as a country because we did something great. But as a competitor, sometimes you just get caught up, and I feel like against Egypt, there was penalties, but football. I think we could have won that game. But that's the beauty of football. Sometimes yeah, it can go either way. So I think it's lesson learned also. But to just look back, I think we are all proud. I'm very proud of my teammate. I'm very proud for the way we all represented our country.
Did you feel that there's been a lot of scrutiny over those decisions in that Egypt match by Coach Tony Popovic? Do you have any thoughts on Popovic himself? He's contracted till the Asian Cup. What's it like playing for him, and would you like to see him continuing?
Yeah, he's great. Not many coaches has done what he's done. Obviously, to play for the Soccer-roos, to coach the Soccer-roos, and then take the Soccer-roos to where he took us in the World Cup. I think he's done an amazing job. He's brought the group together, and we have such a great foundation in the group, and that's credit to him. We have great staff, so the environment is set up for us to win and become the very best that we can be. So for me, he has done amazing job, and he will continue to do that, and I'm sure he will achieve great things also for the country. And I think as a country also we have to all stand together always, no matter what. Because the World Cup was great, and now we are expecting, which is a great thing, like to go to further rounds. So I'm sure like the foundation of everything we have now is set up for success for sure.
Did you discuss coming back to the A-League with Tony or Ocon Senior or Hayden or any other Socceroo staff?
No, I didn't talk with anybody. Obviously, I spoke with Aziz and Lex, and as they would do, they will sell the club for sure. So shout out to Aziz, shout out to to Lex. No, but I have great relationship with them, and I wanted to come home to leave a legacy that and do my very best while I still got my powers.
Because looking at City last season or even last night, felt like they needed some electricity in attack. They got that with Marcus Eunice for a while, but now he's gone back to Europe. Coming in, do you think you can be that spark for them, that live wire in attack that they look like they need?
My job is just to win games and obviously to score and make assists, to give us the best possibilities to win every game that we have. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my best to score goals and to make assists for my teammates, and that's my job, I think. So, and then also helping in every way possible. So if that's what we need in that moment, then great. But if there's something else that's needed, I'll do my very best to provide that.
Now you're back home. Do you have any particularly food or coffees or any things you're desperate to get
Oh yeah,
back home?
yeah. My mom's cooking for sure.